What's up, guys? I've been watching way too much YouTube, as you are right now. Maybe it's 6 p.m. where you are, or maybe it's 3 a.m. and you must be lonely. And she says, baby. But don't worry, I'm happy to be the tour guide for this section of your YouTube rabbit hole. I wanted to speak about a project that I've started working on recently. It all started when I was inspired by the popular YouTube channel Cartoonist Kayfabe and their obsession with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to create my own comic book. Along with Ed and Jim, I ran across the episode of Comic Tropes that exposed me to Cerebus and its multiple storylines and its duo of creators. Couple that with the fact that I came across multiple reprints of issues of Cerebus High Society in a local antique mall, and I had the perfect cocktail of creator-made media to inspire daydreaming about yet another project that I could start and never finish. However, I had made my one New Year's resolution to finish all the projects I started this year, so I knew there was no going back as soon as I started to do anything more than brainstorm for it. And so I started brainstorming for it, against my better judgment, and now I have not only an idea, but a whole script written for the first issue, and about half the pages penciled and 3 pages inked. There is a lot of stuff that I'm learning about along the way, and I'm really on my own with the internet as my assistant when it comes to the technical details. All of this to say that I'm making this video because maybe if there is one person out there on the internet who expects it to get done, then it will give me the motivation to complete it. Consider this my game dev log for this comic, and I hope to post video updates as I complete more work. So I will ask if you are interested by anything I've said in this video, including the lame Matchbox 20 reference, that you could subscribe. From one angle, I'm asking you to subscribe, but if you want to look at it another way, if you subscribe, you are contributing to the guilt trip that I will need to motivate me to see this comic through, at least to the end of issue 1. Thanks for the support. Now to the comic. It is about a man-sized living teddy bear named Marcello who lives in a version of post-nuclear war Earth. But we're talking like years and years after that. There are still some remnants of the world of the past, aka the world we live in, but small societies have been rebuilt, and the technology in the comic book has been reverted back essentially to Wild West times. That's really all I want to say at the moment because I would prefer people to read and experience the story themselves. When I began planning it, of course, I overscoped the amount which I would have to do. That's what beginners are great at. So I decided I would make a 20-page issue comic because, of course, that is a standard length of an issue. Why start with anything smaller or less pages? And I decided it would be black and white because I at least knew I wouldn't have time to color it too for now. And I decided that I would do all the artwork, drawing and inking, by hand, the old way, and not on the computer, which I guess would also still be by hand, but anyway. The majority of the modern digitally drawn comics just doesn't vibe as well with me, reading-wise, as a reader. With that list of things that I had planned, here are the main things that I've run into so far as I've been working on the comic that I just wanted to mention. Number 1. I have always stopped myself in the past from trying to make a comic book because I was worried that my artistic skill is not up to snuff for that sort of thing, that someone would look at my comic and the art would be so bad that they wouldn't even read my story. But then I saw a video comparing Dave Sim's first issue of Cerebus to his last, and how the artwork improved by a massive amount, and I decided, who cares what people think about my art? The only way to get better at it is to practice, and the only way I'm going to practice is by practicing, which sounds dumb when you think about it, but it's true. I know I can get better as the work progresses, so I just have to trust the process and not be ashamed of the product I begin with. The other 2 reasons, this is a stupid reason, to stop yourself from doing things are, A, the people who care will understand that you're learning, and B, no one's going to read the comic because no one's ever heard of me. So stop worrying about that. Number 2, the layers of the comics process. Specifically, I'm talking about inking. I have looked at every single inking tutorial on YouTube. And by every single tutorial, I mean the top 5 recommended to me when I was searching for them. However, I have been unable to find the answer to this question, and I've looked at articles on Google as well. I think the reason that it isn't explained is that it's such common knowledge in the industry that they never break down their process fully down to this level. Now my question is, when one is going through the process of completing a comics page, do they pencil and ink on the same sheet of paper or on different sheets of paper? The reason I ask is that I personally would prefer not to stare into a blinding light box for hours while I'm inking over another sheet of paper, which is the only way I feel like it's possible to ink unless you just ink directly over your original pencils on your original sheet of paper, which I would also prefer not to do. If anyone knows the industry secret, please let me know. If there is no secret and those are literally my only two options, it would be helpful to know that as well. Thanks for the help. Number 3. This was an issue that I caused for myself, but I decided I was going to have to use a light box for some of my inking, and then I realized I made a big mistake by drawing the first 6 pages or so of my pencils duplex on thin paper. So I was having to guess which lines went on which page when I was lightboxing, so basically what I'm telling you is that I'm an idiot. So I just started doing all my pencils one-sided after that, which has helped a lot, and it's just something I wouldn't have even thought about if I hadn't started making a comic in the first place. Number 4, 20 pages is a lot of pages, and I think maybe I will have to condense down the number of pages per issue to make it manageable, and then work my way back up. So I've had quite the learning experience so far, and I look forward to improving the comic as I improve in my abilities. And this also has made me want to start reading more comics just to see how others handle different scenes and perspectives, and that type of thing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.